One introduction on May 8, 2025. Something very important happened. White smoke came from a chimney in Vatican City. This chimney is on a famous building called the Sistine Chapel. When people see this white smoke, they know something special has happened. It means that a new pope has been chosen. The pope is the main leader of the Catholic Church. Many people all over the world watch for this sign. It is a very old and important tradition. The man chosen to be the new pope was Cardinal Robert Prevost. He was born in America, in the city of Chicago. He is 69 years old. After he was chosen, he picked a new name. This is a tradition for new popes. His new name is Pope Leo XIV. People will now know him by this name. He is the new head of the Catholic Church. This was a very big event. The Catholic Church has millions of followers in many countries. A new pope is a very important leader for all of them. It is also a special moment, because Pope Leo XIV is the first pope from America. This has never happened before. So it is a historic day. Many people were happy and excited when they heard the news about the new pope. The name Leo is a name that popes have used before, but it has been a very long time. The last pope to choose the name Leo was Pope Leo XIII. He became pope in the year 1878. He served until 1903. So for Pope Leo XIV, to choose this name is interesting. It connects him to the Church's long history. When a new pope is chosen, many people feel hopeful. They look to him for guidance. Pope Leo XIV has experience. He worked for many years helping people in Peru, a country in South America. He also speaks different languages like Spanish and Italian. This will help him talk to many people. His experience will be important for his new, big job as pope. People will listen carefully to his first words. A new pope is here. The man who is now the pope was Cardinal Robert Prevost. He is from the city of Chicago in America. When he became pope, he chose a new name, Pope Leo XIV. This is a very special moment for the Catholic Church. He is the first pope to come from America. Many people in America feel very proud. They think it is a great honor for their country. The news made people excited. Pope Leo XIV decided to take the name Leo. This name has a history in the Church. There was another pope with this name a very long time ago. That was Pope Leo XIII. He was chosen in the year 1878 and was pope until 1903. So it has been more than 100 years since the Church had a pope named Leo. This makes his name choice very interesting. When Cardinal Prevost became Pope Leo XIV, he was 69 years old. Before becoming pope, he was a cardinal. Cardinals are senior leaders in the Catholic Church. One of their most important jobs is to choose a new pope. The cardinals gathered in a special meeting. In this meeting, they voted and selected him. After he was chosen, Pope Leo XIV thanked the other cardinals. He was grateful they chose him for this important role. He has lived and worked in different places. He spent many years as a priest working in Peru. Because he lived there for a long time, he speaks Spanish very well. He also speaks Italian fluently. Knowing these languages is helpful for him as pope. The pope lives in Vatican City in Rome, Italy, where Italian is spoken. Many Catholics around the world also speak Spanish. The new pope was chosen at an important time. His election happened after Pope Francis died. During this period, there were different ideas among church leaders. Some cardinals wanted to continue the way of Pope Francis. He was known for including more people. Other leaders thought it was better to have stricter rules. Pope Leo XIV is seen by many as a middle-of-the-road choice. This means he might try to bring different groups together in the church. In his first short talk, Pope Leo XIV spoke in Italian. He said he wanted peace to reach everyone. He asked people to move forward together with God and with each other. He also remembered Pope Francis. He encouraged people to be united and not afraid as they move forward. This area is in the south suburbs of the big city of Chicago. Chicago is in a state called Illinois. The town where he spent his childhood was Dalton. His family was part of a local church community. This church was St. Mary of the Assumption Parish. A parish is a local church group with its own priest. Growing up in this part of America, the Midwest, helped to shape the person he became. People from the Midwest are often known for being friendly, honest, and practical. These early years in and around Chicago were very important for his life. Even when Robert was a young man, Some people around him thought he would choose a life in the church. They believed he would become a priest. A priest is a religious leader in the Catholic Church who serves the community. A man named John Doney went to the same St. Mary's Church school. He remembers Robert from those school days. John Doney said that it was quite clear, even back then, what Robert would do with his life. He felt that Robert was going to follow a path of service in the church. For many other young men at that time, thinking about becoming a priest was just an interesting idea. It was like a dream that was not very real, or something they would not really do. But for Robert Prevost, it was very different. John Doney said that for Robert, it was a true calling. A true calling is a very strong feeling that you are meant to do a certain kind of work. It often feels like a special mission given by God. Robert felt this strong pull towards serving the church. So Robert Prevost decided to dedicate his life to working for the church. He was ordained as a priest in the year 1982. Being ordained is a special ceremony that makes someone a priest. This was a very important step in his life and his path in the church. After this, he wanted to learn even more. He made the decision to study a special subject called canon law. Canon law is the complete set of laws and rules for the Catholic Church. Understanding these laws is very important for people who have leadership roles in the church. To study this subject, he moved far away to Rome in Italy. Rome is a very important city for the Catholic Church. In Rome, he attended a famous and respected school. This school was the Pontifical College of St. Thomas Aquinas. He studied very hard there for several years. He did so well in his studies that he received a doctorate. A doctorate is one of the highest degrees you can get from a university. This achievement showed he had a deep and expert understanding of church law. His strong education prepared him for many important tasks in the future. His beginnings in Chicago were very American. He grew up with American values and experiences. Later in his life, he lived for many years in other countries far from America. This mix of experiences became very useful for him. His Midwestern roots gave him a strong and sensible foundation. His time spent living abroad helped him to understand people from many different backgrounds and cultures. He learned about their ways of life, their languages, and their different challenges. This made him a person who could connect easily with many different kinds of people from all over the world. He could understand the views of people from America, and also from other parts of the globe. This special ability to bridge cultural and geographic divides is very important for someone working in the global church. The church has members everywhere, and it helps to have leaders who can bring people together and understand everyone. Helping people in Peru. Robert Prevost spent a very long part of his life in Peru. He lived and worked there for about 20 years. This was many years, so Peru became like a second home for him. Peru is a country in South America, far from his home in Chicago. During his time there, he learned a lot about the country. He also learned about the people who lived in Peru and their way of life. This experience was very important for him and his work as a priest. He loved Peru and its people very much. After living there for a long time, he decided to become a citizen of Peru. This means he was officially recognized as a person from Peru, not just a visitor. Before he became a bishop, he worked as a missionary. A missionary is a person who goes to a different place to help people. Missionaries also often share their religious faith. He wanted to serve the communities and help them with their needs. After many years of working as a priest and missionary, he received a new important role. He became the Bishop of Chiclayo. Chiclayo is a city located in the northern part of Peru. He started this work in the year 2015. He continued to be the Bishop of Chiclayo until the year 2023. That was 8 years. As a bishop, he was a leader for all the Catholic people in the Chiclayo area. He had many duties and was responsible for many churches and priests. As Bishop of Chiclayo, Robert Prevost was dedicated to helping many people. He was known for being a bishop who was close to the people. He did not act like a distant leader. He believed that a bishop should be humble and not think he is more important than others. He often said that bishops should walk with the people they serve. This means they should understand their lives and their problems. He also believed they should suffer with them when times were hard. He tried his best to support the local communities in Chiclayo. Peru is a country where many people from other places come to live. These people are called immigrants. During his time as bishop, many immigrants came to Peru, especially from the country of Venezuela. These Venezuelan immigrants often needed help to start their new lives. Bishop Prevost worked hard to support these immigrants. People in Peru noticed his efforts and said he did a very good job helping them. He understood that moving to a new country can be very difficult. His work with immigrants showed his care for all people, no matter where they came from. His many years in Peru were a very important part of his life and his journey in the church. Because he lived there for so long, he learned to speak Spanish very well. This was useful for talking to people in Peru and later in other Spanish-speaking communities. The experiences he had in Peru helped him to understand different cultures and the challenges people face. This deep understanding of people and their needs was good preparation for the important work he would do later in his life. Many people in Peru still remember him and the help he gave during his time there. 5. Work in Rome before he became Pope Leo XIV. Robert Prevost spent an important time working in Rome. This was before he was chosen as the new pope. Pope Francis, who was the pope before him, gave Robert Prevost a very special job. This happened in the year 2023. Robert Prevost was asked to lead an important office in the Vatican. The Vatican is the main center of the Catholic Church, and it is in Rome. The office he was in charge of was called the dicastery for bishops. This was a very powerful job with a lot of responsibility. The dicastery for bishops plays a very important part in the church. Its main work is to help choose new bishops. These bishops become leaders for Catholic people in many different countries all around the world. So Robert Prevost was involved in the process of finding and selecting these new church leaders. This work needed careful thinking and a good understanding of what the church needed in many different places. Robert Prevost often talked about his ideas on how bishops should be. He believed very strongly that serving other people was the most important part of a bishop's work. He once talked about this in an interview. He said that a bishop should not act like a little prince. He explained that a bishop should not just sit in a special place like his own kingdom and feel like he has all the power over everyone. Instead, Robert Prevost said that a bishop must be truly humble. A humble person is someone who does not think they are better or more important than other people. He also said many times that bishops need to be very close to the people they serve. It was very important for bishops to understand the daily lives and the feelings of the people they looked after. He used clear words to explain his thoughts. He said that bishops should walk with their people. This meant that bishops should be a real part of their community. They should not be far away or difficult to talk to. They should share in the good times and bad times of the people. He also said that bishops should suffer with their people. This means that when people have problems or feel sad, the bishop should show that they care and want to support them. They should feel for them and try to help. Some people thought Robert Prevost was a good choice for this job in Rome. They said he was good at organizing things and planning. This office needed a leader who could manage tasks well and make good decisions. This time working in Rome was a very big step in his life. It clearly showed his beliefs about how leaders in the church should act. This experience certainly helped to prepare him for the even bigger job he has now. 6. How a pope is picked. When a pope is no longer leading, a new one is chosen. Special church leaders called cardinals do this important job. These cardinals come from many countries around the world. They all travel to Vatican City, a small country inside Rome, Italy, for this special meeting. The meeting to choose a new pope is called a papal conclave. This is an old tradition from many centuries ago. The cardinals meet inside the famous Sistine Chapel, known for its beautiful art. During the conclave, the cardinals are kept away from the outside world. This helps them focus only on choosing the next pope. Only cardinals younger than 80 years old can vote. Each voting cardinal secretly writes one name on a paper. To become pope, a person needs many votes, at least 2/3 of all votes. If no one gets enough votes, the cardinals vote again. They vote several times a day until one person is elected. Sometimes a new pope is chosen quickly, maybe in 2 days. Other times it takes longer. Before and between votes, cardinals talk. They discuss what the church needs. They think about the world's problems. They also talk about what kind of person would be a good leader for Catholics. They consider important qualities for a new pope. For the election of Pope Leo the 14th, cardinals came from many different places. Some were from countries that did not have voting cardinals in past conclaves. For example, cardinals came from countries like Burma, Tonga, and Cape Verde. These cardinals from different parts of the world shared their own experiences. This helps everyone think about the whole church when choosing a pope. Every new pope means a fresh start for the church. Each pope continues some of the work of past popes, but each also brings his own personality and style to the job. He has his own ideas for leading, and his own things he wants to focus on. The cardinals try to choose a good spiritual guide for all Catholic people. 7. The Pope speaks. When Pope Leo the 14th was chosen, he soon gave his first talk. This first speech is always a very important moment. People were waiting to hear him. He spoke from a famous balcony at St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City. A large crowd gathered in the square below. They were happy to see the new pope. Many more people around the world watched on television. Everyone wanted to hear the new leader of the Catholic Church. Pope Leo the 14th spoke in 2 languages. First, he spoke Italian, the language of Vatican City. Many people in the crowd understood him. Then he changed to Spanish. He knows Spanish very well because he lived in Peru for over 20 years. He worked as a missionary and later as an archbishop there. Speaking Spanish helped him connect with many Catholics in Latin America and Spain. He remembered his time in Peru as he spoke. A key part of his talk was about peace. Pope Leo the 14th said he wanted this message of peace to be strong. He hoped it would enter your hearts, meaning people should feel peace inside. He also wanted peace to reach your families, showing he cares about family life. And he wished for peace for all people, wherever they are. This meant his hope for peace was for everyone in the whole world, in every country. The new pope also talked about unity and the future. He asked faithful people to move forward. He told them to do this without fear, so they should be brave. He said it was important to be united. He spoke of walking hand in hand with God, showing that faith is important. He also said people should walk hand in hand with each other. This means he wants people to support one another and work together. In his speech, Pope Leo the 14th remembered Pope Francis, who was pope before him. This showed respect. He encouraged people to continue the good work that Pope Francis had started. He also thanked the cardinals, the church leaders who chose him to be the new pope. He was grateful for their choice. This showed he was humble and thankful for this important role. Pope Leo the 14th also spoke about himself. He said he was an Augustinian priest, but more importantly he said he was a Christian above all. This shows his faith is key. He also said he was a bishop. As a bishop, he wished so we can all walk together. This was another call for unity. He wants people to support each other on their faith journey and feel part of one community. 8. The future. Many people around the world are now watching Pope Leo the 14th. They want to see what he will do as the new leader of the Catholic Church. It is a new time for the Church, and his leadership will be very important. Everyone is waiting to understand his plans for the future. Some people say Pope Leo the 14th is a middle-of-the-road choice. This means he is not too much on one side or the other. He is seen as someone who can bring balance. Many think this is a good quality for a pope. They believe he has good skills to manage the church. He knows how to run big groups of people because of his past work. However, not everyone may see this in the same way. Some people, especially those from countries outside of Italy and Europe, might have different ideas about this. They will watch closely to see how he leads. There are also some questions from Pope Leo the 14th's past. Some people are worried about how he handled difficult problems before. These problems were about serious issues, and some people who were hurt have spoken about their concerns. Pope Leo the 14th has not made public comments about these specific issues since he became pope. So people are waiting to hear what he might say or do about these past matters in the future. These questions are important for many. However, many people support Pope Leo the 14th. His supporters say his long experience is very valuable. He has worked in different countries like Peru and Italy. This means he understands different cultures and people. They believe he will focus on pastoral leadership. This means he will work to help and serve people directly. They think his international background will help him connect with Catholics all over the world and guide the church well. People everywhere are now waiting to see what kind of leader Pope Leo XIV will be. This is a very important time for the church. With many changes happening in the world, his decisions and his way of leading will affect many faithful people. Every new pope brings his own way of doing things and his own personality to the job. Pope Leo XIV will build on what past popes did, but he will also make his own path. Many leaders around the world are also interested. For example, the President of the United States shared his good wishes. He said it was a great honor for America that the new pope is from there. He also said he hopes to meet Pope Leo XIV. This shows that many people, both inside and outside the church, have expectations for his time as pope. The future with Pope Leo XIV is something many people are thinking about. Catholics and others will watch his actions and listen to his words. They want to see how he will guide the church in the coming years. It is a time of hope and also a time of waiting. His leadership will shape the church for many people around the globe.